Welcome to this session of Web Help. In this session we'll be looking at how to set up online giving through our website. So you would begin by going to our web address at fbcterrell.org, and once you're on the page, go to the main menu bar of Connect and then click Online Giving on the sub menu bar, and that will take you to the system. You'll find some information here about giving and biblical principles of giving. One thing we don't want or ask or expect people to do is go into debt to give to the church. That's just simply not a biblical principle. So we try to share some information about that. But once you're comfortable, this is how you'd like to give, then anywhere on this image you can click and it will take you into the system, at which point you'll need to log in. If you haven't set up a login or an account, you'll need to do that by clicking one of these choices at the bottom. And then once you have your account set up, as you come back each time, you'll simply click in and put your login information with some type of an email or a pass code, and then your password, and simply click to sign in to go to the system. At that point you'll have your choices off the main menu. Notice that there are a couple of tabs at the top. One that would set up your scheduled giving. Once you set up your account, you can go in and manage that giving through the second tab. We're going to go into this other tab and set up our account as a first-time user. You'll see your main choices for the gift. How much do we want to give, and then our choices of a one-time or recurring type of gift. If I wanted to set up where it just gives automatically each month, and then go to the calendar to pick that date and just move along to other months if those are my choices as well for my giving. So we're going to set this up to start on the 20th, and we're just going to do a one-time gift, but again we could do a recurring gift if this was our choice, to where it would just automatically give each month. And we're going to set the amount, so we're just going to begin and use a suggested amount of $50 using their example, and click OK. Now that's going to be our total gift. We'll click to go to the next step, which is our funds. You'll see two choices. One is the budget offering. This is our operating budget for our church. Mainly it would be giving our tithe. And then there's one designated gift here line for building fund, which is just any capital improvements. Now there are a lot of choices for designated funds through the church, and people give to a lot of different areas. It was a choice of our stewardship committee to only use this one here because there just are so many choices and just simply could clutter the page. And we don't want to take away emphasis of our budget offering, which is our main giving. Our church just won't operate unless we meet our budget. So all the other designated gifts really don't matter till we've met that one. So this is why the choice is to have these two. So let's set up our gift and begin. Again, we've used the $50 example. It tells me I have 50 to spend, so let's do 40 to the operating budget, which leaves me $10 above my tithe that I say I want to give to the building fund. And now I can put a note what I would like for that to go to, and we're going to say parking lots. Perhaps to help pave and incur additional parking lot areas. So my total is now $50 of the total gift I set up on the previous screen. So I'm ready to move to my next screen and set up where these funds would come from. So as I get these typed in and the building fund situations taken care of, I'm ready to click and move along to the next screen of my payment method. And you see as we come in here that I will have to choose how I want these payments to be made, where they'll come from. So I'll click that since I'm setting this up, and I'll have these choices, my basic information that will be put in, and then the choices of several credit cards. Again, please do not incur debt to give to the church, but these are the different choices, whether for convenience or points or whatever your choice would be to give this way. But also an electronic check. I can also click this, and actually it's a better choice because the church winds up receiving a little more because there's fewer fees if it comes directly from your bank. But you could click this one, and then it will then ask you for your checking account and routing number information off your check. It'll walk you through that process to enter that data as well. So you select your giving choice, and then you would click the little icon down here to move along to the next step. Now I'm not going to do that because it'll lock up my screen, and we're going to go back to what would be your next step. Once you had clicked that, it will take you to a screen to review and be sure your giving is set up the way you want it to be, and then finally it would take you to the last step where it would give you a receipt. And then each month, if you have set up recurring giving, it will give you send you a receipt by email. So that's how you set up your online giving. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please certainly call us in the office. We'll be glad to help you get set up or work out any issues. Thank you very much.